Hello everybody, and welcome to the second day of Vlog Every Day in April on my channel. So today I want to talk about dreadlocks because I've had my dreadlocks for about 3 years and 10 months. It'll be 4 years in June. And I get a lot of questions about them, and also just kind of want to talk about a bit about how my life has changed since I've had dreadlocks. I sat on it for about a year, the thought of getting dreads, and then when I finally did it, you know, I did a lot of research, and you often hear or read or whatever that dreadlocks are less of a hairstyle and more of a journey. And that's definitely true. How I've grown as a person has been impacted by my hairstyle, which might sound silly to some people, but it's definitely true. Dreadlocks definitely gave me a lot more self-confidence. I used to be incredibly shy, and I'm still kind of shy sometimes, but not that much. I used to be really bad at interacting with people. I'm not always good at it still. I don't always like being around people and stuff, but dreadlocks just forced me to talk to people because people would come up and ask me questions, and they'd want to touch them, they'd want to know what's up. I've had a lot of people come up and just like ask me if I can sell them any weed, and I'm like, no, but I know you're asking me because I have dreadlocks. So dreadlocks have definitely taken me on a bit of a journey, and I know they'll continue doing that for me. When I wake up in the morning and if I feel completely disgusting and I feel like I look completely disgusting, the one thing that I'm always like thinking in my head, it's like, at least my hair looks good today, because I just think my hair looks good every day because I love the way they look, I love the way they feel, I just love everything about them, and it's just really good. Another thing, I was reading on this one Tumblr post, it was dread problems or something, but they did some good things that like come out of having dreadlocks. One of them is like the eye contact you make with other people who have dreadlocks when you're like walking down the street and you see someone with dreads. I never really like consciously thought about it, but definitely like there is an eye contact thing that happens, and you kind of just like acknowledge like, hey, I have dreads, you have dreads. You have that little instant connection with that person. So that's a little bit about like my dreadlock story. And now for the top questions I've been asked about dreads. I'll just like answer them. I know there's probably like a million videos answering your questions about dreadlocks, but I'll just do my own. The questions I get asked the most. What are dreadlocks exactly? Dreadlocks are basically knots. Like, that's basically what it is. It's like, you know, if you forget to brush a chunk of your hair and it gets all like matted, that's basically what dreads are, but in like formed bits of hair. Do you wash dreadlocks? Yes, I wash them. I just do not wash them as often as everybody else. I use this shampoo bar that's like non-residue, just natural stuff. Like, they're not actually, like, you can use them without having dreads. It's the brand Naughty Boy. I wash mine about every 2 weeks, and it's just like this shampoo bar, and I just kind of like scrub it on my head, my scalp, all over my hair, and then I rinse it out. And the reason I don't need to wash it as often is because usually when you're brushing your hair, like, oils get released because the brush is like hitting your scalp and just helps release them or something. This is my understanding of it from like some websites I read. How do you get your hair like that? Well, there are different methods that one can use to get dreadlocks. There's the like natural or like neglect method or whatever. Basically you just don't brush or condition your hair in any way. Knots kind of just form and you can like pull them apart if you want or something. That's not the method I used, so I don't know as much about it, but the method that I used was the backcombing method, where you just take a chunk of hair and you have a very fine comb and you just backcomb it a lot. And okay, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of dreadheads will probably cringe. I used wax, and a lot of people are like, wax is dumb, like it's useless, why use wax, it makes them look dirty. My hair just didn't want to stay in knots, so I had wax in my hair for a little bit, and it is definitely all gone now though, but it did help the dreads form. And yeah, basically you backcomb, he'd put a little bit of wax on it to keep the knots in place, and you kind of like palm rolling, stuff like that. That's basically how you do it. Yeah, that brings me to a close of Vlog Every Day in April Day 2. Yeah, goodbye!